my friends. Executive Coach Ed DeCosta. Welcome to my blog, my video blog. This week I want to talk to you about feedback. So the title is, Grease That Wheel Before It Squeaks. You've heard the phrase, of course, the saying, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Once again, I am such a big fan of cliches and old sayings because although people might roll their eyes and groan at them, there's an element of truth. In most cases, there's a fundamental basis of truth about human nature, okay, that are contained inside of these old sayings. Okay? The squeaky wheel gets the grease is not about auto maintenance or truck maintenance. Squeaky wheel gets the grease is about human nature. And that is when people don't get very much feedback, very much interaction, they'll do just about anything in order to get it. Even if it means getting negative feedback, even if it means getting negative reinforcement for negative behaviors. I know it's illogical, but in the moment, people are not thinking logically. They're just striving for, yearning for attention. And so I've done a lot of research in the area, actually read some research reports, didn't do the research myself per se, but I read a really compelling article that talks about a magic ratio of 3-to-1 positive feedback to negative feedback. Meaning that if you want to influence someone's performance, someone's behavior, most effectively, you'll give them far more positive feedback for the behaviors that you would like, the so-called carrot, the incentive to do the right things, and not just incentives before the fact, but feedback, praise, acknowledgement, validation after the fact, once they've exhibited the behavior. Far more, in this case, 3 times as much as you give them negative feedback, okay, constructive criticism or even non-constructive criticism of behaviors that or results that you don't want. And oh, by the way, this positive reinforcement applies as much at home. Actually, years ago when we got our dog and we took her to obedience training, we learned the very same thing, that positive reinforcement is much, much more effective. And in fact, negative reinforcement is just about useless. And I think it's also very true of children. When you're raising children, praise them, catch them being good. And it's absolutely true at the office. So as a leader, as someone who influences others, whether you have direct supervisory responsibilities or not, people who do things for you, are you grateful? Are you giving them acknowledgement? Are you giving them praise? Are you giving them positive feedback for the work that they've done? I'm telling you, it is such low-hanging fruit. It's so easy to do. But for many of us, it's not something we're thinking about on a regular basis, and so therefore we don't do it, and we just fall right into the mainstream, most people who don't get it. I saw survey results of a client not too long ago, really revealing open-ended questions about, tell us about the last time that you received positive feedback from your boss. You would think there'd be a wide variety of responses, but there are really 2 types of responses. The first type response was incredibly detailed response about when it happened and why it happened and the impact that it had on the employee taking the survey. Especially interesting to me was the fact that some of the cases they even said, this happened 2 years ago, 4 years ago. And the question was, when was the last time? But when they could recall it, it still caused them that positive feeling, that excitement, that enthusiasm, that feeling of being loved and respected and cared about, and that we all know or should know that employees thrive upon. And you know what the second most common answer was? I don't remember. I don't remember. I have no recollection. I've never received positive feedback, only criticism. Now, I don't know whether that's true for each and every one of those people. It was an anonymous survey, but think about it as it pertains to your career, and think about it as it pertains to people who look to you for feedback. What is your ratio? If it's 3-to-1, is it 3 times as many negative statements as it is positive statements. You got to turn that around. You got to get it even, and then you got to tip the balance towards positive feedback. So it's really a challenge to you, whether you're doing it effectively now or not. If you are, then continue it and help others. Maybe give a lesson, teach some others, teach a friend, teach a peer, teach your boss. Let your boss know, not in a an argumentative way, but boss, I just want to let you know, I've been tracking the last month or so, and you've given me 17 pieces of negative feedback and 2 pieces of positive feedback. You just may want to flip that script. Now, for some of you, you might think that's not something you want to do, and that's perfectly fine. But more importantly, think about it as it pertains to the people who look to you for feedback, your employees, your peers, people on your project teams, people that are vendors to you, people that do work for you. Of course, your children, your loved ones, people that look to you for love and caring and support. Catch them being good. Catch them, jokingly, being good. Make a daily ritual. Make a daily habit of giving positive feedback to people on a regular basis. Don't end your day without sending a thoughtful note or text or stopping over, giving someone a call. You make someone's day and you bring out the best possible version of yourself. Okay, my friends, I hope you found this helpful. Again, Ed DeCosta. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.